I came to Nepal thinking it would just be another beautiful trip. Amazing mountains, good trekking, maybe some spiritual experiences along the way. But after spending time there, I realized the journey touched me much more personally than I expected. To me, Nepal felt like a different world from the moment I arrived. I went trekking toward Mardi in the Annapurna region. That trek gave me some of the most beautiful views I've ever seen in my life. Walking through forests covered in mist, hearing rivers below the trails, and then suddenly seeing the Himalayas appear through the clouds. It honestly makes you stop talking for a moment. Some parts of the trek were testing your limits: cold mornings, steep climbs, sore legs. But incredibly, those difficult moments became part of what made the experience special. Because when you spend hours walking in nature without distractions, your mind becomes quieter. You start noticing small things again: the sound of the wind, your breathing, the silence of the mountains. I spent a couple of weeks in Pokhara, and honestly, that place has a kind of calmness that is hard to explain just in words, unless you experience it yourself. Early mornings by the lake, the sound of birds, distant prayer chants, small boats moving slowly through the water, and the mountains quietly stand in the background. Nobody seemed in a hurry. And after a few days there, I noticed I wasn't in a hurry either. One of the most meaningful experiences for me was staying in a Buddhist monastery. The lifestyle there was incredibly simple. Wake up early, eat simple food, spend time in silence, listen, observe. At first, it was a new experience for me to slow down my days that much, but after a while, it actually felt natural. I remember sitting with the monks during prayer sessions in the early morning, though with the Tibetan language, every word being chanted were new to me, but strangely, I could feel the energy of the chants. There was something peaceful just about being there. No pressure to impress anyone, no constant noise, no need to always do something. That environment slowly changes the way you think. After my return to Kathmandu, I visited Asura Cave, which is considered one of the sacred Buddhist pilgrimage places connected to Guru Rinpoche. That place stayed with me deeply. The walk there felt peaceful, surrounded by nature and prayer flags along the path. Inside the cave, everything felt still. People were meditating quietly, some praying, some simply sitting in silence. So I sat there too, just sitting quietly for a while. And honestly, that moment probably explains my whole Nepal experience better than anything else. It wasn't about finding myself or having some dramatic spiritual awakening. It was simply about slowing down enough to actually feel present again. Throughout the journey, I explored different Buddhist sites, monasteries, temples, and spiritual places. But what stayed with me most wasn't just the places themselves, it was the feeling, the kindness of people, the simplicity of daily life, the connection with nature, the sense of compassion you feel around Buddhist culture. In many countries, travel can sometimes feel rushed. You move from one attraction to another trying to tick boxes. Nepal didn't feel like that to me. It felt like a place that quietly teaches you to slow down, to walk more, to breathe more, to think less. The mountains around Annapurna, the quiet mornings in Pokhara, the silence of the monasteries, the peaceful feeling inside Asura Cave. Nepal gave me incredible memories, of course, but more than that, it gave me space to breathe again. And honestly, I think a lot of us forget how much we need that.